Hi, how you guys doing? I hope you're well. Okay, so, all right, with this extra, stop it. How's everybody? I hope you guys are doing really, really well. I hope it's not too cold where you are, and if it is, get some hot chocolate and some, you know, what? I don't know. Hot chocolate and blankies and a fireplace or a fire pit and get her done. All right, so let's talk about, if you remember the other day, I talked to y'all about people who are online dating sites and they're all lying. We're just going to keep it real. They're all lying and they're all misrepresenting themselves and they're all pretending that they're single when they're not, and etc. and etc. So today what we're going to talk about is how to catch a cheater. Let's catch a cheater. All right. So a lot of this is going to be him. Do this with him. Check this with him. Do this with him. Substitute him for her if him doesn't apply to you. This isn't a gender thing that I'm picking on. This is the article itself. So if I'm not saying the correct gender that applies to your situation, then fill that in with the gender that does apply to your situation. All right? Boom, let's get started. Okay, so visit him at work. Again, I'm going to say him a lot. I'm just quoting the article. Fill that in with her if you want to, whatever applies to your situation, as I said. Visit him at work. Start dropping in on him or her at work. Use this opportunity to see if your photo is still on his desk. Go through his office garbage, maybe sneak a peek at his desk calendar. Are there a lot of lunch dates? Special events after work? Any birthdays you weren't familiar with? Go through his desk drawers. Cologne, toothbrush, condoms. All bad. All right, now let me tell you something else. Here's another thing. All right. If you have to go through all these extra moves in order to check on your spouse or your partner, y'all might be in a bad place, period. Okay? Because in a trusting relationship, none of this is necessary. I got to study your phone when you're in the shower, or I notice that you take your phone in the shower. Why do you do that? You never did that before. Whatever the case may be. If you got to start going in detective mode, chances are your relationship is spiraling downwards anyway, because you shouldn't have to do that if you trust each other. Unless your partner gives you reasons not to trust them and that kind of thing. Hug him a lot, or her. Remember what I said. I'm going to be saying him a lot. I'm just reading the article. Don't trip. When he comes home from work later than he said he would, greet him at the door and give him a great big hug. Smell him for signs of perfume, alcohol, smoke, or sex. These are all out of the ordinary smells for someone who was supposed to be working. Go through the dirty laundry. Yikes. You can learn a lot from dirty laundry. It's almost certain he's cheating if you notice he has new underwear. If you find he's thrown out the underwear that ripped or have holes in them, it means he's decided he can't be seen in them anymore, even by you. Men never suddenly decide to throw out underwear, even the saggy ones that show their hairy butt crack. Next, give the new underwear a sniff. Ugh, barf. If they have the fruity smell of personal lubricants, bingo! Call back if you get a lot of hang-ups. Jot down the numbers and call them back from a payphone. We don't have payphones anymore. Okay, so that does not apply. When the person answers, don't say anything and see if you can recognize their voice. Hang up so you don't give away that you're closing in on them. Just still yourself in case the voice you hear is the voice of your best girlfriend. Oh my. Snoop. Be a snoop. Go through bags, coat pockets, garbage cans, any place you might be able to find a clue that this person's sneaking around behind your back. You're looking for movie stubs, condom wrappers, or restaurant receipts. Find out where he or she is eating. If it's far from work and home, they may be eating out there because they don't want to get caught. Now you know where this person likes to eat. You could start randomly dropping in. Analyze your sex life. If you're still having sex with the low life bottom feeder, be suspicious if they all of a sudden become very adventurous and want to try new tricks or appliance in bed. Has this person suddenly mastered an old maneuver, or have that they want to fumble through? Where's this person getting all this extra practice? You should probably start denying this person access to those privileges. Analyze the spending. Oh my. When men cheat, or women, okay, they have to start spending money. So become an expert on your finances. If they're not shared, you're going to have to start snooping through pockets for receipts. If this person says they're doing a lot more work in the car and your finances are shared, ask for receipts. Again, if you got to go through all this, y'all probably not going to make it anyway, because in a trusted relationship, none of this is necessary. Yeah, it's not necessary. But in some cases, and I know of a case where an individual, someone that I used to know, who I'm very grateful to not know anymore, this individual encourages the new partner slash spouse to do threesomes. This way, we are all stepping outside of our marriage. Both of us are stepping outside our marriage. And that will give that person in their twisted mind permission to go to see that other person when the spouse isn't there. So if I get you used to threesomes, I could do a twosome when you're not there. People are not as slick as they think they are. They're really not. They're kind of dumb. So yeah, they get you to cheating when you both agree to it. Then they could go slinking over to that other person's house like, how you doing? Okay, and do it when you're not there. So don't be falling for those wacky sexual things unless you want to take the repercussions that comes with that. Okay? Late night chatting. Does this person stay on the computer long after you've gone to bed? They're probably chatting with this person, the other person, of course. You might want to know what they're saying almost as much as you want to know what she's saying, he's saying. It don't matter. You can download software onto your home computer that allows you to monitor remotely what's being written. It will even provide reports of websites that he visits and will include online passwords useful when you're looking for proof that your partner's a cheater. You should also buy a nanny cam. You can even buy one that also works like a clock radio. This is particularly useful if you're often away from home for business and you want to see what's happening in your bed. Make sure that when you watch the tape, you have a posse of girlfriends within dialing distance. Playing detective, stoke them out. I would also suggest looking for patterns that are different. Does this person all of a sudden start working out in a gym? Does this person all of a sudden care about their hair, their looks, muscles, working out in the gym? I got to build my body up. In addition to supposedly working all these late hours and, they're never available. You call them at work. They're never available to answer their phone, but they're supposedly at work. They can't answer their personal phone because they're at work, but any other time they would answer, And so, all of these things we got to pay attention to, pay close attention to. It's a rabbit hole that you really don't want to go down. People, if you're dealing with someone, and we talk about narcs all the time, if you're dealing with someone who's a narc, for example, they're always going to cheat. Oh, I hate that. Oh my God, I hate that. See, you put your HD cameras suck because they see too much. You know what I mean? So like you put your concealer on and it looks like, whew, so bright. Anyways, whatever. I need a concealer that's closer to my skin tone. That's what the hell I need. Anyway, move right along. Narcissists will always cheat. They are toddlers. They're adult toddlers. And so they're always going to get bored. And truth be told, let's just keep it real. Truth be told, they're going to, the clock is ticking from when they meet you to when they're tired of you. So the second they lay eyes on you and the second they start their Mac mode, trying to get with you, from that point on, the clock is ticking before they get bored. It's kind of like sitting in a cab. The minute your bus hits the seat, the meter's going, right? Well, the meter is going when you meet a narc. So they're going to get bored. And they're going to get bored from the minute they meet you. So it may take, they may be seeing someone already when they start talking to you. They may, it may take a couple months, a couple years, or they're cheating online, or they're deep into their porn or something. They're going to get bored. It has nothing to do with you, how you look, how you walk, how you talk, the color of your hair, the color of your eyes, the fact that your hair is straight, the fact that your hair is curly. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It has to do with this individual. If they're a narcissist, they have no ability to stay tuned in and locked into one relationship because they get bored. They get bored. I've been hearing your voice for how long? I've been looking at your face for how long? So they get bored. And when they get bored, is when it's time for you to move on, because they're going to move on, and they start acting real funky-fied, and you feel like you got to start jumping in detective mode and check this and check that and check this and check that. It's high time that you reevaluate. And if you're with a narc, you shouldn't be with them anymore anyway. Once you see the pattern of misbehavior, arguments, fussing, it's never their fault. It's always yours. Always yours. You know, if you have to jump into private investigator mode, no, baby, it's time for you to walk. It's time for you to walk. And you need to walk, and we talked about this before. You need to walk before you fall in love with this person because they're disrespecting you in the beginning. What do you mean you fell in love with them? They're not respecting you in the very beginning. Don't allow yourself to fall into that rabbit's hole. All right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Just don't do it. Another thing I noticed, and I this kind of popped into my head, and I want to share it with you because it's so alarming. Really, let's just keep it real. It's alarming. No matter what a person has done to you, no matter what they've done, and no matter how brutal it is or how vicious it doesn't really matter because you have to, how do I word it? You need to apologize to the narc. You need to prove to me that you're a good person. You need to apologize to me, and you need to get in my good graces. Now, mind you, and this is a totally off the topic, okay? Now, mind you, this person has done extreme damage to you, either mentally or physically or both or all of the above, verbally, physically, psychologically, financially, spiritually. Every lead that you have, they have trampled on. You need to work yourself into my good graces, which alone is twisted. Very twisted thought process, right? So let me give you an example. This is a true story. I learned this on Lee Hammock's page. He's a self-aware narcissist. He's been in psychotherapy for 5 years. And there was a recording that this person had sent to Lee. And basically, no, it wasn't a recording, my bad. It was text messages, screenshots. And the woman's partner is a narc or toxic person. And he has literally crushed her rib cage. Crushed her rib cage. And as a result of that, she needs to work herself into his good graces again. That's his thinking. I know I crushed your ribs, and I know I did extensive damage, and you had to stay in the hospital until you got better. I'm not really worried about all that. What I am worried about is you're going to have to learn to be on your better behavior. You're going to have to get it back in my good graces, which is the most ridiculous thing. But I told you all before that they have brain damage. So their thought process is skewed. Their thought process is twisted. Their reality is not real. So their logic is going to be 1000% illogical and asinine. That's like me robbing a bank and telling them, you need to apologize for me robbing you. You need to apologize. You need to work yourself into my good graces, and you need to prove to me that you're a good bank now. Okay? Prove to me that you're a good bank. Illogical thinking. See what I'm saying? Like illogical, totally asinine, totally stupid, totally dumb. Defies logic, defies reason. But that's how they think. So this is like off topic, like I said. It was just something that popped in my head. It was just so absurd. He broke her ribs, and she has to work herself into his good graces. Oh my God, like, are you serious? I have no words. I don't get it. It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. But when a person has extensive brain damage, and like I told you before, I did a video on my channel, just kind of scroll through and you will see the title. I want to say the title is "This is What's Wrong with the Narcissist Brain," but I'm not really sure. But you'll see an image of a brain if you scroll through my my videos on my channel. And I talk about what researchers, scientists, doctors, and researchers have discovered what is wrong with their brain. And that explains every damn thing. That explains why they're so goddamn illogical. That explains why when they do something hateful to you, you need to apologize. What? You done fell and bumped your damn head, suffered a traumatic brain injury, son or woman. So, yeah. Prove to me that you're a good person. Prove it. You know, just like Darrell Brooks, barf puke. He's the one that went through the Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, and killed 6 people and injured 61 others. Severely injured 61 others. Oh my God. He has zero remorse, zero concern. On one hand, during the court proceedings, he was talking about, well, I'm a father and I was the first one to hold the child and this and that and the other. If you so much a father and you care so much about children, you killed a child. You haven't mentioned once that disturbs you that happened or nothing like that. Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He has zero concern. He's more concerned about what's going to happen to him in his future. Zero concern, despite being a father. You're biologically a father, but any other way you're useless. Anybody can make a father. I mean, anybody could be a father. That doesn't make you a dad. Oh, did I go there? Yes, the hell I did. I'm not even going to go on a roll with that. But, okay. Please, get the hell out of here. So, anyway, another thing that he did, Darrell Brooks, was he's a classic narcissist. He ran over his ex-girlfriend's leg and he dislocated her femur. And he also broke her ankle. So he got arrested and he went to jail, right? Obviously. And he got mad because he wanted her. Now, mind you, she had to go to the hospital and have surgery because of him. And he got mad because she wouldn't post his bail. Do you see how illogical they are? Nobody has to prove anything to you. Nobody has to do anything for you when you have hurt them. Nobody, if you're a narcissist, nobody owes you shit. I'm just telling you. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody has to dance on stage and perform a Broadway show to impress you so that you will like them better. You have to win my good graces because I'm sitting on my throne and you are a peasant. Excuse me? At least we don't have brain damage. Oh, snippity snap, don't talk back. What? Anyways, so yeah, there's software that you could put back to the original topic. There's software that you could put on your computer to watch what this person's doing. There's ways that you can just, check out the location of their phone. There's, if you have internet access, you could put a tracker on their car. I mean, there's different things that you could do. And I really do think, I'm going to go there. I think if you are seeing a good person, which is extremely rare in today's world, good person as in respectful, of sound mind, okay, of sound mind, respectful, capable of loving someone, capable of taking care of their partner, you know what I mean? A good person, respectful, considerate, loving, kind, not abusive in any way or shape or form. And your partner is treating you like dirt and you're that good of a person, I think you better nail them so you could get rid of them, because the damage that they do to you will get you to not trust anyone ever again. And that's not fair to people who are good people, even though they're few and far in between nowadays. You need to nail that person and get rid of them quick. In fact, the lady that went out with the guy, and I told you, she told him, I like going out with guys when my boyfriend's out of town. That bitch needs to get caught so fast it's not funny. She needs to get caught quick and kicked to the curb. Look at the bright side. Now you're single. You can see everybody, which is what you're doing anyway behind your boyfriend's back. Now, if he's a terrible person, he deserves everything he gets. But if he's a good person, she shouldn't be doing it, period. If you can't commit, don't. It's really, really, really that simple. If you can't commit, don't. Don't. You know what I mean? Don't do it. It makes no sense. Why are you, I mean, you're wasting time. You're wasting that person's time. And they don't need this grief from you. So if you can't commit, don't do it. It's so simple. I think she needs to get caught, and I think she needs to get caught so fast because she's out of line and disrespectful. And I guarantee you, she's not going to like it if he were to do it to her. She wouldn't like that. But it's okay for her to do it. No. It's not going to be a one-way deal. Sorry. Nope. So, anyway, y'all be good. And have a good day, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. My son, oh my God, really? He's starting to do a couple of coughs like when he had kennel cough. He's not doing it a lot, but he is doing it sometimes. So he's going to the doctor Tuesday. If it is kennel cough again, then he will need to obviously be on an antibiotic again. The physical and social interaction is so crucial for his mental development without the fighting, because I'm not playing. I'll knock somebody's dog out. Anyway, I'm not playing. I already yanked somebody's dog off my dog, and I said, get the fuck off my dog in front of the owner. I don't care. And she hurried up and got them out of there, which is good because I'm not playing. And if you don't step up to the plate and do something about your dog, I will. It's just that simple. But that social interaction is important to him. However. Whoa, let's not spill that. That would be bad. No. However, if people are too dumb to realize that their dog is coughing and it's not a normal cough, and they have symptomology like they're struggling to breathe sometimes, and they don't have enough sense to take their dog to the doctor, Milo needs to not be near them, which is bad for his development. But at the same time, I can't afford to go to the doctor constantly. So I don't know if there's let me see something here. Let's look at this together, shall we? I don't know if there's a there was a okay, so I gave him his shots, okay? You could get them from a pet supply store, and that's all well and good, but the problem is it may not those shots may not always have enough medication in them for the diseases that you're trying to prevent. For example, one of the vaccinations that I gave him was for kennel cough. And apparently it wasn't strong enough to prevent him from getting it. So yes, it's cheaper because you're going to this pet supply place, but at the same time, hold on. It may not be strong enough to be effective in case he's exposed to it. Now, he was supposed to runny nose and sneezing, loss of appetite, lethargy, and fever. I don't notice the fever this time. I did notice the fever last time because he was panting and the room wasn't that hot. So I figured he had a fever. I don't think he's had it long enough to start all these other symptoms because... Oh, so the name of the vaccine is called Bordetella. All right? And like I said, I gave him this before when I gave him all of his injections, but I don't think there was enough medicine in it. But doctor told me that because he's been exposed to it, that he should have his own immunity to it. Well, that's all well and good, but unfortunately it's not working that way. Or something. He's got a little bit of a runny nose, and a little bit of a cough, but nothing full blast like before. But if it's not treated, it gets worse. And then it gets to the point where when he's coughing, when he's finished coughing, say this is his rib cage. He goes, when he breathes in like this, because he can't breathe because of what's going on with his body. His rib cage goes in like this. It's like, I mean, it's bad. It's really bad. So I'm going to see if he can give him a vax maybe Tuesday or something, medication, vaccine, something. Because I can't, like I said, people are just not taking care of their pets whatsoever. They're just not. I don't know what their problem is. I don't. I think, I'm going to try not to get on a roll, but I think that a lot of people have pets just to tell people that they have a pet. They don't take care of them. People don't even cut their freaking nails. I seen one guy's dog. I did inform him, you have to cut their nails. The nails look like eagle claws. Guess what happens when you don't cut their nails? The quick, which is the nerve inside the nail, if the nail grows, guess what happens to the quick? It grows. So now you can't cut their nails short because the quick is there. So you don't let them grow a mile long. You cut them before that. You bathe them. You cut their nails. You trim their fur. Or you take them to the groomers. I groom him myself. There's not a lot of grooming that needs to be done with him, thank goodness. But I groom him myself. I deodorize them in between baths. You don't want to overbathe them. You'll dry out their skin severely and they'll have dandruff and it's bad, right? So you don't overwash them. But I deodorize him. I spray deodorizer on him so that he smells party. I clean his ears. He doesn't like any of it, but he gets over it and he gets a treat afterwards. So he snaps out of it. Okay. I have to fight him on his nails. I do. And so that's just the way it goes. And yeah, that's the way it goes. Maybe one of these days I will have to show you how I do his nails because I have to fight him. I have to get on top of him. I have to pin him to the ground, roll him over, and he's in a vulnerable position. And I have to get on top of him and cut his nails that way because otherwise he fights me. And I have to give him treats, right? Like cut one paw and then the other paw and treats because he absolutely hates it. And he will break out the teeth, and he's getting more aggressive with that, which means I will get more aggressive with pinning him to the ground. I know how to pin him to the ground. I'm not having it, little boy. It's just that simple. I'm not having it. But if you're not willing to fully invest, just like a relationship, right? Or having a child, if you're not willing to fully, completely invest, don't bother doing it. If you can't do it correctly, don't do it at all. I'm just telling you, don't do it at all. It makes no sense, right? Anyway, you guys take care. Much love. Give me your feedback in the comments. Have you ever known someone that you were involved with who was a cheater? Let me know what they put you through. How did you handle it? And all that good stuff. I've been through it. You guys know that. I've been through it for 20 plus years. He was never faithful. I didn't know that. And for other people to think that, oh, it's just a shock that you didn't know that. Well, he didn't send me a video. Hey, guess who I'm doing tonight? Guess what I'm doing tonight? Her name is Susie or Sally or Mary, or I'm with Joanne tonight. They don't usually give you a report of the people they're banging. Or I'm with, a woman who's with Michael, Dave, Bob, and Billy. I mean, they don't give you a sex report. Hey, husband, how are you? I love you. I gotta go because I'm gonna bang Billy tonight. Do you remember Billy, the really tall guy? He likes to wear plaid a lot. I'm gonna be banging him tonight, so don't wait up for me. I love you. Mwah, bye. That's not how it works, right? That's not how it works. People are sneaking and creeping and creeping and sneaking. That's why I gave you some tips. And if you do research on how to catch a cheater, you will find all types of innovative technologies that can be put on the computer, that can be put on their cell phone, where you can kind of spy and all of that. Do I recommend all that? No, because if you have to do that, then your relationship is over anyway, because the trust is gone. Once the trust is gone, you're done. So, but if there's proof right in front of you, take a look. Because guess what? This person doing what they're doing could cause you to have HIV or as any other kind of STD. This isn't you sneak and creep, get a shot and get some antibiotics and you good. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. So, yeah, but you may not even want to sneak and creep. You may just want to get rid of them because there's just too many shady things that have happened and you're done with it. And you're tired of the lame excuses and the lame lies. You're done. So then get rid of this person and move on. Don't wait until you fall in love. That's too late. Get them in the beginning. Get rid of them in the beginning. Okay? That's very, very, very important. All right? You guys take care. Much love. Bye-bye.